Hey everyone, welcome back to Colour Shrimp Australia. So this week's video is going to be all about blue diamond shrimp. So in this video I'll cover genetically what makes a blue diamond, and I'll also cover how you could make a blue diamond for yourself from scratch. So this would be like from an offshoot, making it from day one, not purchasing it. So a few things I'd like to cover first is blue diamonds and blue dreams and blue cherry are all different, and I'll explain in the next clip what actually makes a blue diamond. And then also be careful when buying blue diamonds, because a lot of people sell blue diamonds that are not true blue diamonds. So, it's probably better that you're aware of that, and I'll explain this in the video. But yeah, in the next clip I'll explain what makes a blue diamond a true blue diamond. It's all based on genetics. So this is the Neocaridina chart that most people in the hobby would be familiar with. There is a fair few mistakes with it, but for this video it's actually correct. So highlighting on the orange box here, you can see the chocolate shrimp, and then you got blue diamond, which that's how you make a blue diamond. It comes from chocolates. A lot of people think it comes from blue dream, blue velvet, but it doesn't. In this video, blue dream should really be in here under the carbon really line, but let's ignore that for this video. So a lot of times when people have chocolates, they get these blue shrimp, and people message me going, "Oh, what's this blue shrimp con?" And the answer is it's a blue diamond. Obviously, when you get an offshoot, it's not pure, it's not line bred, it's just a random blue diamond. But over time, if you keep collecting them in a different tank, you could then start line breeding your own blue diamonds. And blue diamonds breed really well. Like, they breed very true to colour. So once you've bred a blue diamond colony for about 3 years, you pretty much only get blue diamonds, and they're a very vivid dark blue. Whereas blue dreams, you get a lot of throwbacks to carbon really in those genetics. Where I find blue diamond, you don't really get throwbacks to chocolate at all really. You just pretty much get nice blue diamonds over time. So in those genetics, it's a lot more favourable if you want a nice blue shrimp. So in this clip here, there's one of my chocolate colonies that the clip's quite old now, but it still makes for the same purpose I'm going to demonstrate. So what you do is you have your chocolate colony, and then over time you'll get blue diamonds come out. So they'll be like a blue shrimp, it'll be like a darker blue or a lighter blue. So pretty much any blue shrimp that comes out of a chocolate colony, you can then put that in its own tank. So in the next clip I'll show you a Neocaridina tank that's quite well prepared, and every time you get a blue diamond out of a chocolate, I just put it in that tank and keep putting it in that tank. And then after about a year, I would then stop putting shrimp in that tank, and I would just work on that line. Because if you keep introducing new shrimp to that tank, you're gonna sort of knock back your breeding effect that you're having, your line breeding on that tank. You want just enough to start a colony, but once it's sort of going, you want to leave it for a while so those genetics get stronger and stronger. So this is how I'd personally probably set up a tank for blue diamonds. So nice white sand, super green walls, and that way you could cull out the throwbacks or something that you don't like really easily. You could really see it. So that's sort of the tank setup I'd personally do. Keep it really easy. So when you're trying to make a line in the early days, don't put much in there. So you've got to do a lot of work, a lot of culling. Once the tank gets really nice and the line's very, very well developed, then you can relax on the culling. So that's just my personal opinion, what I personally do. So I guess when you're trying to build a line, in the early days, don't focus on quality so much. Just try and keep it more consistent. So the biggest tips I can give you, in the first 2 or 3 generations, try and get numbers going, and then take the worst 10% out of the tank, and then keep the rest. Try and keep all your females, because that's going to give you more numbers. And as you more refine your line, then cull harder and harder, and then do box breeding. So if you watch one of my earlier videos on box breeding, I go into detail how I do box breeding, and then employ those methods so you can more refine the line A lot of people make the mistake of trying to cull too hard right at the beginning of making the line, which does help, but then you limit your genetic diversity. So you don't want to bottleneck your genetic diversity, so probably start culling, really hard on third or fourth generation. Let those, first 3 generations go through. Full life cycle generations, not just baby drops. Full life cycle generations I'm talking about. And then once you've done that, then start really focusing on that line harder and harder. And then what you'll get to once you cull real hard and build your line is something like in my videos that I'm about to show you. This is my blue diamonds, and as you can see, they're super vivid blue. They're uniform color, they're not patchy, and they're really solid, and I'm really proud of them. So if you work really hard, you can probably achieve the same. Now, I'm not saying mine are the best by any means, I'm just really proud of them. But I made them from scratch, from chocolates, then into blue diamond. So it was a long process, but it's definitely rewarding. So these are my blue diamonds here. As I was saying in the previous clip, they're nice blue, they're solid, they're overall very consistent, and I really like them. But what makes blue diamond I feel a bit better than blue dream is it's a lot more solid blue, and also when you get the culling stage, the whole tank's pretty uniform. Unlike blue dreams that have a lot of throwbacks, I don't find once a blue diamond line's very well established, I don't find I get many throwbacks at all. It pretty much breeds pretty consistent. And for me, I really like that, real nice, deep, dark blue. I think it looks really nice and it makes the shrimp very unique. I thought I'd finish the video off with a few tips. So tip number 1 is when you're starting your colony, decide what you want out of it. If you want blue diamonds and you don't want to spend the years of work to achieve them from scratch, buy them off a reputable place. And then you'll know you can skip many years worth of work. If you're wanting to start them from scratch, from chocolates, it's going to take a lot of years of work, but it's very rewarding and it's a lot of fun. But don't rush the process. Don't get disheartened in the first 1 or 2 years if you're not getting really good quality blue diamonds, because you've just started the project. So my tip is, in the early stage, if you want to make them, generations 1 to 3 don't cull very hard. After generation 3, start doing box breeding methods, as I've explained in my previous video, and then continue that, and then start culling really hard, and then working on your selection process. So selecting your best females, selecting a few males, doing some crosses over, and then you should get really nice blue diamonds by the end of it. But shrimping's all about enjoying it, so you've got to understand, what do you enjoy out of it? For me, I enjoy breeding and correct genetics, whereas other people might just enjoy nice looking shrimp and just want to purchase them already done. So I guess at the end of the day, you've got to work out what you enjoy in the hobby and then stick to doing that. And hopefully this video helps a few people identifying the difference between blue dream, blue diamond, blue cherry, and then also understand that just because it's a cull, it's actually a new line from chocolate. So it actually is not a blue dream or a blue cherry, it's actually a blue diamond. Hopefully this video has been real informative. If you like it, give it a like. If you want to subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate it. And as always, if you've got any video suggestions, just send me a message and I'll try and make it into the next video. Catch you guys next Friday.